come to seated wherever you are. Welcome to chair yoga. It's Wednesday. Take a deep breath. You keep your eyes open just for a second, just to connect in. Hi, Sarah. Take another deep breath. We're going to do a little bit of work on nitric oxide again today, but we're then going to go into the hips instead of in the shoulders. I really want to do something deep into the hips, into the inner thighs in particular today. So we'll be doing some lunges and some goddesses and other things, whatever my brain comes up with as we go. All right, settle your feet on the floor. Thank you for joining today. And this is my tagline. Thank you for prioritizing your health and your nervous system. Close your eyes. Drop your awareness inside. And whatever that looks like for you now, playing with different things. Closing your eyes is something we've been doing fairly regularly, but there are many other ways. Sometimes I use visualization of even my internal organs, which initially was kind of gross to me, but now it seems to work. So just take your awareness into whatever you perceive inside as happening inside your own body. Breathe in and out through your nose. And even if you just make that small adjustment to your breath, just notice if anything happens there. Do you notice any increased freshness, or maybe it's harder to breathe? Maybe it's hard for you to breathe through your nose. Just notice. And then get really quiet and hear your heartbeat. And this is it. This is you. This is your whole instrument sitting here. Your boundary is your skin. And just get a picture of yourself in your world. Maybe even look in at yourself from the outside just for a sec, just to see your boundary, and then come back in. And certain things cross your boundary. Sorry. Certain things like the breath and eating crosses your boundary. Becomes part of you. The air becomes part of you. The food becomes part of you. And settle your breath. I'm coughing, so we're going to do some breath that's really settled. Get into a bit of air hunger here. Slow down your breath, way down. Slow it down as much as you can. Make it as soft as you can. Soft, gentle little inhale through your nose. Soft, gentle little exhale. You want to start feeling air hunger. Remember yesterday we did a whole thing where we inhaled, brought our hands up, and we exhaled, brought our hands down. This is the opposite of that. And you need to be able to do both. You need to be able to pivot quickly. So take it down. Take it way down now. Extend your exhale and make your inhale really short. You still take a full breath, but it's still short. It's not like the body doesn't move very much. Shoulders don't move very much. Chest doesn't move very much. Just take as much of the air as you need. quietly, gently, hardly disturbing your nose hairs, hardly making a sound. And then exhale fully, long. Inhale quietly. Exhale long but quiet. Let's go into some real air hunger breaths with the nose plugging. Inhale as much as you need. If you'd like to time this, you can also time this. I suppose I could time this for us. I don't know where my clock is though. We'll do it tomorrow. Exhale fully through your nose. Pinch your nose and move your head from side to side, using up the oxygen in your cells. When you get to a place where you feel that air hunger, notice where you feel it. You might feel it deep in your belly. Release your nostrils and gently inhale. Fully take all the air you need. Take a good breath cycle in between. Quiet breath cycle. And exhale fully through your nose. Plug, wave. This also works really well walking. So you can do this walking, uses up the oxygen faster, gets to that air hunger stage faster. And then when you're ready, release your nose. Try and do this in a non-emergency way. And then gently inhale through your nose. Just getting the body used to the fact that it's not an emergency to feel air hunger. Swimming is really good for this. Take a breath cycle. Take an inhale and a deep exhale. All the way down. Long, slow, and deep. All the way out. Release when you're ready. Inhale. You might start to get that air hunger sense more up towards the base of your throat. Just notice where the air hunger starts. We're going to do 2 more. We're going to really do this morning, this afternoon. Take a full breath cycle. If you're getting a headache or you feel short of breath, just breathe normally. Don't do the next 2. Quiet breath in. Quiet exhale. Plug your nose. Release and inhale when you're ready. Remember, you're not you're not looking to be a hero here. You don't need to be gasping. Progress is made. Just doing this calmly. Calm the nervous system. Last time. Take as much air in as you need on an inhale. Take an exhale through your nose all the way, fully out. Pinch and wave. Release when you're ready. Let your breath come back to normal. Open your eyes gently. See how long it takes for your breath to come back to normal here. What does it feel like in your mind and your body as you just gently come back to that balance? And then keeping your eyes, and I'll close them again, come into Sufi grind, just gently rolling your rib cage around, big circle. Keep your breath gentle, hands are on your thighs. Keep your breath gentle, but begin to coordinate your breath with your movement, however you like. If you inhale forward and exhale back, it's great. Or vice versa. See how it feels. Maybe you can even try both. Changes the experience because you're breathing into your chest and we're moving our thoracic spine, we're moving our rib cage. It's going to change the experience for sure. Where and when and how you breathe. Try breathing really big here. And then breathe small. See how it feels different. Switch directions. Warming up the trunk, warming up the big muscles of your back. Notice how my head kind of stays still. I mean, my head moves a little bit, but it doesn't go around like this. My head is more or less still, and I'm really isolating muscles of my ribs as I go back and around. One more time. We're really using the belly here to pull back and then come to stillness. Feet are on the floor. I'll push back a tiny bit. Let's come into our first sun salute. This is going to be very slow. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, forward fold. Hang your head. Inhale, long spine. Reach your spine towards your device. And by spine, I mean the top of your head. Exhale, fold. If there's something about this you would like to change, please do. You're an expert at this too. Inhale your right knee up. I'm sitting back in my chair here. Exhale, forehead to knee. Just to show that it's possible to do this sitting back in your chair as well. Inhale, long spine. You can be fully supported like this. Exhale, hands to knees. This is the most gentle version of this sun salute. Inhale your rib cage forward. And exhale it back. And just because it's gentle doesn't mean it's easy. Inhale your left knee up. Exhale, curl your forehead towards your knee. We're speeding up a little bit here. But we're still keeping it slow and stretchy. Exhale, fold. Relax on that fold. Inhale, long spine. Notice when we inhale, we work. When we exhale, we rest. Inhale, overhead. Belly muscles take you up. Exhale, rest. Other side. Smile. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Starting to work more. Starting to get things mobilized more. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, left knee comes up. Inhale up. Exhale, curl. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, chest back. Inhale, right knee up. Getting really smooth with these movements. Exhale, curl. Inhale, long. Forward fold, coming up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. We're hinging and hinging again at the hips. Inhale up. You don't have to do these arms either. You can make this even smaller by not using your arms. Exhale, neutral. That's one full sun salute. I'll take it back a little more. I'll extend my legs in front. I'm moving to the front of my chair. Here we go. A little faster, a little more vigorous. Fill your lungs. Beautiful, everyone. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, smoothly right knee up. Exhale, curl your forehead towards your knee. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, neutral. Legs are hip width apart here. Holding my knees, inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, curl. These inhales are almost like traction. Lift the crown of your head towards the ceiling, making space in your spine. Now take that long spine and almost whip it forward, keeping that space. Exhale, fold. Feel that space between the vertebrae. Inhale, long spine. It's microscopic. It's not big, but makes all the difference. Exhale, fold. Makes all the difference in not getting shorter as we age. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, neutral. Other side. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, lead with your chest, lead with your chin. Exhale, fold. You can still have your legs bent here if you like. Inhale, long spine. Making space. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left knee in. Exhale, curl. Inhale, make space. Exhale, neutral pose, knees hip width apart. Hold that space in your spine. Now extend, lift your throat, open your throat, very vulnerable posture. Exhale, close your throat, squeeze your thyroid. Smoothly pull your right knee up. Exhale, curl. Inhale, long, traction your spine up. Exhale, cascade forward. It's like water falling down towards your feet. Inhale, resist the cascading, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, cascade forward again. Rest your back muscles, your belly muscles, just for a breath. And then inhale up. Turning the belly muscles on and off. Second one, check. Okay, moving back. I think this works better. Now I'm in my little forest of plants. Here we go. Inhale, overhead. We'll do this one with the lunges this time. Exhale, fold. If you haven't done this, I encourage you to try it in the chair. It's a whole different exercise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, either right knee up or twist sideways. Extend your left foot behind you, lunging to the right. You can come right off your chair or just use your chair for support. Exhale, down. Inhale, big, long breath. Exhale, coming to center. Keep your legs far apart here. Remember, we're working the inner legs today. Hands on your knees. Inhale, dump your pelvis forward like a bucket. Dump it between your legs, open your chin, and then exhale, pull that bucket back and dump it into the back of your chair. Inhale, either lift your left leg or turn left for the lunge. Either staying with a bum cheek on the chair or coming right off the chair, just using it for support. Exhale, down. Inhale, long lunge. Exhale, back to center. This is the trickiest part. Get your bum back in the chair, extend your legs in front of you, and forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, trickle forward. Mobilize your belly, mobilize your back. Inhale up. Beautiful, everyone. Exhale, neutral pose. Hands to the heart, other side. We're going to reverse that whole thing. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, big waterfall forward. Inhale, long spine, half lift. Exhale, fold. We're going left this time. So either inhale your left knee up and in, or twist left. Extend your left or right leg out behind you. Come to your lunge. Exhale, you can come off your chair here. Hold onto your chair for support and exhale down into the lunge. Or stay on the chair with your left bum cheek. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, come back to center. Notice my left leg stays, my right leg stays, my legs are apart. Inhale, work it. Bring your belly button through towards the camera. Exhale, belly button comes back. Coming over to the right, either right knee up or turn right, big lunge. Exhale, drop down. Big inhale. Everybody's forward folding here. Smooth move right back to center. Extend your legs. Exhale, waterfall forward. Nice flexible spine. Big exhale. Inhale, long spine. Use that flexibility and strength that you're generating. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, neutral. Last one will be standing. Whatever your choice is, just do it. Commit to it. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right knee up, or turn to the right, or stick your right foot back. And exhale, down you go, deep, deep, deep. Big inhale. We're coming to neutral pose here. Choose your neutral pose. If you're on the floor, it's downward facing dog. Hips are up, shoulders are strong, fingers are alive. Inhale, ripple forward. What does that look like? Support in the shoulders by energizing your entire arms, whether you're seated or on the floor. Push back, push with your fingertips. In the chair, left knee comes up. Turn sideways to the left, or bring your right foot forward if you're standing. And exhale, drop down into the lunge or the fold. Big inhale. Everyone forward folds here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, cascade forward. That delicious cascading feeling. Release the shoulder blades, come on up. Exhale, neutral. We are half done. Position your feet again on the floor, feel all your toes. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. The left foot this time. Left knee up, or turn to the left, or stick your left knee back. Drop into your lunge. Big inhale, long spine. Going to our neutral pose. If you're on the floor, spread your fingers, step back. Downward facing dog, hang your head. Just one breath here, delicious resting breath, and then ripple forward. Upward facing dog or cow pose. Stretch out your belly. Exhale, downward facing dog or cat pose. And this is where it gets different. If you're on the chair, right knee comes up. If you're on the floor, left foot comes forward. Exhale, drop down. Deepen that lunge no matter where you are. Deepen it. Big inhale, long spine. Spine moves away from your bum, crown of the head. Everybody, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Delicious, easy fold. Release the back of your neck. Inhale up, just to finish it off. Exhale, neutral pose. Mountain pose, seated or standing. Drop your shoulders, lift your head so that your jaw is parallel to the ground. Eyes can be closed. Softly breathe. Little tweaks here, adjusting my posture. Shoulders are going down. Feet are fully engaged with the floor, whether you're seated or standing. Just notice, what's it like to have perfect posture? Come back to your chair if you happen to be standing up, or you can take these poses standing. All these poses today can be done standing. I'd like to say easily, but they're not easy poses. Let's go into warrior two. Take your right leg to the side and extend your left leg behind you. So variations of this is basically what we were doing before. You can stay here in goddess legs or come into warrior two, which is kind of like this lunge that we were doing, except the back leg, the entire foot is on the floor. So your toes are on the floor, your heels on the floor, everything's on the floor as best you can. Push your whole foot, push into the arch of your foot, developing muscles in your foot and ankles. You're gonna need those when it comes time to hike and do all the fun things. Walk your right foot directly under your right knee and face your right toes to the side. So they're 90 degrees. Lift your hands out, stare out over your front hand, which is your right hand in this case. Take some breaths, feel the power of the warrior. Warrior is a really strong pose, strengthens the body, good for the pelvic floor, great for the leg muscles. Take one more breath here. Let's reverse this puppy. Bring your left hand to your leg and back and inhale your right arm up. If you're in goddess pose, you can do exactly the same thing. Take a breath into your belly. Notice how it's different from warrior pose. Last breath. Big inhale together. Exhale, make a ha sound. Come out gently. Bend your left knee, come into goddess legs. So you're going to wiggle your legs in so that they're symmetrical. Bring your hands to your knees. Strong pose this. It's a vulnerable pose, but it's also a strong pose. And let's dip our right shoulder towards our left foot. You can feel how this gets into the inner thigh here. Left shoulder to right foot. Do this on your breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. You can really push your knees away if you like. Getting extra stretch. Two more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up we go last time. Exhale down. Come back up to center. Place your hands inside your knees. You can place it with the outsides of your hands on or the palms, doesn't really matter. Start to push your knees towards each other. So just try and start to move your feet towards each other. My feet are just creeping together. My legs are winning, but my shoulders are putting up quite a fight. I am resisting, resisting, resisting. These are called your adductors. The little muscles in your thighs are pushing your hands together. And when you get to center, I don't think we've done this before, make sure your feet, your heels are underneath your ankles. Make a fist with your hand, just one hand, and squeeze that fist with your legs. Squeeze, 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 as if you want to crush your hand. Squeeze it hard. If it hurts too much, take your hand out and just squeeze your legs together. That won't hurt. It's good for your hand though. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good for the joints of your wrist, joints of your fingers. One more breath. And now use both hands. Spread your legs apart. See if you can walk them a little further than you were before. And then let's take a couple of cat-cows like we did in the sun salutes. Inhale, pelvis comes forward. Exhale, pelvis comes back. And I'd like you not to do this with your chest. Do this entirely as much as you can with your pelvis. Rock it forward, rock it back. And it can be just a micro movement. It doesn't have to be very big, especially if your knees are wider than they were. You're going to feel this in and around your hips. Just little micro rocking movements might be enough. Last one. Bring your knees together with your hands. Shake them out. Little flutter kicks in front of you. And let's reverse that whole process. So bring your legs apart. Bring either your palms or the backs of your hands to your knees, inside of your knees, and start to push in. You can change it. Last time I had my palms. This time I'll put the backs of my hands. Just exercises different muscles in your shoulders. Your shoulders will get fatigued by this too. Push out with your shoulders, push in with your legs. Creep your feet in. Be serious with yourself here. Really resist, 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 resist. Those little adductors, they're kind of like a little bit of a pain in the ass, those muscles. They're very small, really hard to exercise. Come to center and then use the other hand. If you don't want to use a hand, don't use your hand, but use your other hand if you can and squeeze your fist between your knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Isolate those adductors, little tiny muscles in between the legs. Very weak muscles, similar to the rhomboids, underused. Breathe and squeeze. One more breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And now open your legs. Use both hands. Open them out. We're going to feel this tomorrow. Definitely open them even a little wider. That's the point of that. That's RRR. Remember? Resist, rest, and re-stretch. This is the re-stretch. And now, little micro movements. Pelvis shifts forward and back. Very intense. Or they can be really big movements if that's something your body can kind of handle. Some people get the most benefit out of tiny little rocking micro movements here. Last breath. And let's come into warrior two. So your left knee is bent. Extend your right leg behind you until it's straight. All the toes are on the floor. I'm in a pretty low warrior two because my chair is pretty low, but hopefully yours is a little higher. Left ankle is under left knee. Inhale your arms out. One's over the back leg, one's over the front leg. Stare over your front arm. Get that warrior attitude. Shoulders are right over your hips. Most people are like this a little bit. Bring your shoulders back over your hips. Get strong in your legs. Take a breath. Keep that warrior attitude. Back arm goes to the back of your leg and inhale your left front arm up. Take a couple of breaths here. This is exalted warrior. You can also hold the back of your head. That gives you an elbow stretch. Last big breath here. This is such a delicious pose. Come back to center. Help your legs back in because your adductor muscles are probably pretty tired. They're tiny little strappy muscles here. They're good for nothing, but they're important. They're good for nothing because we don't use them in the way they're designed to be used. Exhale, forward fold. Take a rest. Take a breath. Last breath. Really direct your breath towards your pelvic girdle. Gently come up, one vertebra at a time. Well, I can't believe I just said that. It's so untrue. Round your spine up. It's not one vertebra at a time. I'm going to come to standing. Standing. You can stay seated in your chair if you want. I think we did this yesterday. I come to the side of your chair. I'm on the left side of my chair, so my right hand is on the chair. And I'm stepping my outside foot over my inside foot. So this is a nice outside of the thigh stretch. Stretch towards the chair. We won't hold it as long. Lift your outside arm up and stretch towards the chair and push that outside hip away from the chair, as far away as you can. Take a breath. Come up gently, walk to the other side of your chair. Outside foot comes over inside foot. Bring that upper arm over, push your hip away from the chair. IT band stretch. Deepen your breath. Last one. Inhale up. Okay, I'm going to show you one more thing we can do while we're out of the chair, sort of for the inner thighs, also for the hamstrings. If you want to come back into the chair, you can just do one-legged forward fold. You know where one leg is bent and the other one isn't. But if you're beside your chair or in front of your chair, lift one leg up onto the chair. You can keep that leg bent a little bit if you like, and just forward fold over it a little bit. Take a breath, and you can play here. You can move your hips. Just find some movement. If you're in the chair, it looks like this. One leg is bent, the other one is straight, and just playing with your hips here. Forward folding over that leg. And then switch sides. So if you're standing, switch legs on the chair. If you're seated, bend the other leg. Come into the fold. Just changes things on your hips. And this is also a yoga snack. Like you can do this anytime. I used to have dance teachers that would do this in their kitchen on the counters. You can do it on any chair or any step or anything that you ever see outside. Don't you think it's weird that we don't stretch ever in daily life and it's so good for us and so important? I just think it's the strangest thing. So let's change that. Take your yoga snacks whenever you can. Lara and I used to think we should make posters for the bus stops because people could stretch at bus stops. Okay, come back to center, sit back down in your chair. Separate your legs this time and take a full forward fold. And you can do this standing up as well. You don't have to be in the chair. If you're standing up, your toes can be a little bit pigeon-toed in. Sometimes that gives you a nice sensation in your hips as you stretch forward. Hang your head no matter where you are. Nod your head yes to soften the back of it. If you're in the chair and you can try bringing your entire feet to the ground like I have here. It's kind of an interesting sensation on the backs of your legs. Soften the back of your neck. Nod it yes. Shake it no. And then very gently and slowly move your way back up to seated. And let's do some leg carves. Just gotta check the time. Oh, let's not do some leg carves. Let's just do some relaxation. No, let's do one leg carve for each side. So come to the front of your chair, rotate your hips around. So take your right leg, swirl it around in a big circle, both directions. Remember CARS, controlled articular rotations? These are not particularly controlled, but it probably feels pretty good. Go around and around, investigate any new range of movement, and then come back to seated. Snuggle your way back in the chair. Maybe I should come forward for this part. Turn your hands so that they face the ceiling. Drop your shoulders and settle your feet onto the floor. Can you feel all 10 of your toes? Can you feel that oval circle of both heels? Can you feel that half moon shape where your toes join your feet? That's your footprint. Imagine that your footprint is in warm sand underneath you. And then just let your whole body melt. And I don't mean melt and get sloppy. I just mean melt and get soft. There's a huge difference. Soften the tops of your feet and the space behind your knees. Soften anything that's touching anything. So soften your feet, your whole footprint. Soften the back of your upper legs. Your legs might even be like shaking or have some warmth in them. Use that to release, soften. Soften and release the big sheet-like muscles of your back. See how soft you can get them. And let your shoulders, both of them, just drop down like bowling balls. Big, heavy bowling balls just drop towards your chair. And then imagine you're holding those bowling balls in each hand, and there's a heaviness on your lap. Soften the muscles of your neck. Soften your lips, your nose. And all the muscles that control your eye movements just be melted and off duty. Smooth out your forehead. And make your breath almost imperceptibly soft. Now let your breath get a tiny bit bigger, just so you can hear it a little bit. Preserve that feeling in your body. Preserve that bowling ball sensation in the shoulders and the hands and the feet. Deepen your breath a little more. Let your eyes begin to flutter open. And make tiny movements with your fingers and toes as if you're underwater. There's a little bit of resistance. You can roll your head around, but you're still resisting a kind of liquid environment. And then gently turn your hands over. Pull your shoulders back a touch. Smile your cheekbones up. And brighten your eyes. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. It's always so